Okay, hopefully third time's a charm on making this video. All right, let me put these trees back in place. Let you see it. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, that's a little, a little too deep with the trees. Okay. All right, so with the shade tolerant landscape in Texas, what we always try to do is incorporate various colors and textures because at a distance from the street or because of the shade, it's really hard to distinguish between just kind of dark green colors. So we try to pick plants that have variations of colors so you can see those at distance. So as you can see at a distance, you see different yellows and greens, reddish colors, variegated colors, bright flowers, yellows and greens, etc. So let me pull these trees out of the way, raise them up so we can see the landscape. Okay, left side, bridal Reesperia along the fence. Great plant, really never have to trim. Does well in the shade. Dwarf Yopon holly, kind of a standard builder grade, simple shrub. Pretty cost effective. Stays green all year long. These are wood ferns or holly ferns. Wood ferns are going to be your ferns that come from generally for a rainforest, Central America or the Pacific Northwest. Does well here in Texas. Or you can go with a holly fern, which also does well here in Texas. With a shade tolerant, deep shade area, you cannot go wrong with an oak leaf hydrangea, which is in this corner. Kind of a slow grower. Once it gets big, beautiful white blooms. Blooms will start typically kind of mid to late spring and they'll last all summer. And towards the end of summer, they fall off. It's a great plant. Hostas here. The hostas come in different flavors, textures, and colors and names. So we just want that texture and color. We'll die back in winter. Easy to clean up and again in spring and bloom. Giant laripe here in the gravel. So the gravel matches the right side where we incorporated it. Front here is the Nandina, so we want a little bit of reddish orange color. These plants will also change color as fall approaches. Variegated laripe, because I wanted something two-tone underneath this tree. I didn't like the green in front here because the green kind of fades and blends with the grass. Hydrangea Endless Summer, kind of a pinkish, bluish bloom depending on the alkalinity of the soil. Great plant. Pretty hard to kill with these hydrangeas. Easy to maintain. You just got to trim them back once a year, and that's pretty much it. From a maintenance perspective, once a year you have us out, trim everything up, clean this up, drop in new mulch, and you're basically good to go. Moving to the right side, this is the Spree again, the giant laripe again, the variegated laripe again, the Nandina again, the variegated laripe. Let me show you the variegated laripe. Turn it this way. You see how it blends and comes across. This space here I did Mondo. So the Mondo will go up against the flagstone and come behind this oak tree here and come back around. Mix in hostas. Excuse me. The hostas will actually kind of grow in the Mondo grass. So they kind of blend together for a wild, almost Japanese look. In front here, I want something really bright. These are Everlow Sedge. This is not the right color, but the software kind of does some funky things. Repeat the Nandinas. Repeat the giant laripe in this corner. It's a funky corner how it integrates. We'll probably use some of your existing boulders over here. Just incorporate this corner to make it look good. This will be a dwarf Burford holly in back. Just on an evergreen kind of waxy leaf shrub that'll get kind of tall just to fill this corner. Then I repeated the hydrangeas again because I really want that pop of color at a distance. Side yard incorporated gravel with some flagstone as you can see. So the flagstone takes us around to the front of the house pretty easily. Backyard is gravel as well. The side yard is gravel as well. And all the drainage work will be hidden underneath. So with big landscape beds like this, really what drives the cost is just the sheer number of plants it generally takes. We can go with some plants 3 gallons, some plants 7 gallons. All the smaller plants like your variegated laripe will all be 1 gallons. So it's just pick size really to determine the cost. Flagstone is sold by weight. The gravel is sold by the yard. So depending on how much gravel you get. All right. Of course, any irrigation changes we would make to adjust to accommodate the landscape bed. Then, of course, it's just if you want a new sod. If we end up doing the grade work and you want a new sod, it would just be the price of which sod you select, St. Augustine versus the Zoysia Palisades. All right. Last thing I'm going to show you is lighting. Let me click a few buttons here. Go over to the lights. Ooh, that's the wrong color lights. So these lights are showing in a bright white. The actual color of the light, this would be like a 5,000 lumen. The lights that we install is going to be a 2,700 lumen. So let me fix that real fast. So it's going to be more of a yellowish tone. We don't, generally in a residential application, you don't go with that bright commercial look to any house. Lights are great for security. Big fan of the lights. You just take your remote control up to each light, and it's a color changing light to any color, for the most part, any color you want. Red, blue, orange, purple, etc. Pink. Make pinks on there. For me, I use red, white, and blue for the Memorial Day, Veterans Day, 4th of July, then red and green for Christmas, then sometimes I'll do like all blue for the Dallas Mavericks or the Dallas Cowboys, etc. That is if you're a nerd like me. All right, let me go to daytime again. Let you see this at a distance. All right. That brown at the street, I just didn't drop the grass in there. But it won't be brown. It will be grass if you pick new grass. All right, so this will be the high-level design for a complete landscape makeover. Any questions, let us know. Thanks. Oh, if you're first time checking us out and you want more information, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.